Hey guys, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a ranking video. Not a tier ranking video, just a ranking video of one author's all of her books that I've read, because I've literally read all of her books now, and it's also in honor of her newest release that is coming out this week, and that is A Stolen Heart by Selina R. Gonzalez. I am doing this video in honor of that book being released and the fact that I've read all of her books, so I thought it would be a fun video to do. She doesn't have a ton, so it's not like it's like 5 years of backlist with like 20 plus books or something like that, and it's gonna take forever. She only has 2 series and 1 standalone, which is kind of connected to one of her series, but it can also just be read by itself. And yeah, so I thought it would be fun to rank all of her books from my least favorite to my favorite of her books. These are all of her books here. Yeah, so I'm kind of slightly like, why am I doing this to myself? I thought I'd try this. It's kind of similar to a tier ranking video, but not really. But you know, my video, my rules. I really have no idea how this is gonna go. I kind of have an idea of where a couple books will go, but beyond that, I have no idea. I've given all of these books 5 stars, so this is ranking based off of a bunch of 5-star books. So yeah. And also I have a couple on here because I'll also be adding a short story she wrote, which is not available in physical, or at least it is, but it's in an anthology. I'll explain more when I talk about it. So I'll be doing that one, and also A Stolen Heart, which, as I'm filming this, it hasn't been released yet, so it'll just be a picture on the screen. So yeah, I will be ranking all of these, so let's just get started. Okay, so we're just gonna start with, actually, I'm gonna put the stack here. Let me just move these guys, and, okay, I've moved those, so I'm just gonna put the books here, once I get them. Sorry. Cap's head's wiggling around. It's a bobblehead. So, anyways, I kind of know the first book I'm gonna put here. So we're gonna start with the lowest, and we're gonna go to the highest. Yeah, I have them all spread out here. So, okay, I think I kind of know which one's gonna go on the bottom, and that's Servant Mercenary Brother, Volume 1. This is a collection of like short stories. It's a prequel to her Mercenary and the Mage series, which is basically a duology, but it has like 3 other extra shorter books that go with it, so it's kind of like a 5-book series. So but the main duology you can read by itself. But anyways, this is like a companion duology that goes like before and behind it. It's like a prequel, so this is a prequel to the first book. That made absolutely no sense in my explanation, but whatever. And this follows a side character named Dresden, who is the best friend of one of the main characters from the duology. So yeah, like I said, these are all 5-star books. So, but I do remember, I don't know if there's reasonings behind why it's on the bottom. I would probably call it probably out of all of these, it would just be the least impactful, so to speak. I don't know. That's not really how you say it. So, I don't really know how to give reasonings behind why I'm rating these, or where I'm stacking these. Why did I decide to do this video? This is a stupid idea. Anyways, so this one's gonna go on the bottom. Because like I said, these are all 5-star books. These are all 5-star books, so I really don't need to explain why. So this one's going to be going on the bottom. So I'm gonna put that there. Yeah, you can see that. Okay. So the next one I'm going to go with, let's see, what is the next one? I think I'm going to choose this one as the next lowest one. That is The Dragon Prince's Heart by Selina, obviously they're all by, blah. Let's try that again. Okay, so the next one I'm going to put down there is probably The Dragon Prince's Heart. This is a 1.5 in the Miraveld Chronicles, which is a fantasy fairy tale retelling series. Some of them are very loosely based, but this is this is 1.5 in the series, so it's a companion to the very first book. It only covers like the first part of the book from Alex's perspective, who he is the love interest, because the whole of A Thieving Curse is pretty much just told from Braylon's perspective. So yeah, I do really like this. I do wish it had been the whole book. I do wish this had been longer, as in, like, it would be all of Alex's perspective of the entire book, you know, so this would be like another novel as opposed to a novella. That's probably the only reason I would put it lower, because like I said, these are all 5-star books, so it's like, I don't know how to give reasons for all this. So yeah, I'm gonna put this one as next. So for that reason, just because I wish it was longer. So yeah. Okay, then we have, this is really hard. What am I gonna pick next? I'm gonna do this one next. That is a Fated Quest. This is book 3 in the Miraveld Chronicles. Like I said, I've really enjoyed all of these. One of the things I do really love about Selina's books is the romance part, because she pretty much writes romantasy. I think that's how you call it, how you say it. But yeah, and this one didn't have as much romance in it, which she did say before, and I still enjoyed it. But that might be why these two are a little bit lower too, because they don't really have much of the romance in it. Obviously, the prequel doesn't have any at all. And this one, I still just wish that was a novel. So yeah, I think I'm going to put this one next because I still super enjoyed it. Sometimes Gareth did rub me the wrong way too with his kind of self-righteous attitude, but he had character growth, so it didn't really, so it was like, it was part of his character growth, so I didn't mind it that much. But so yeah, I'm going to put this one next. So that's the first novel in the stack. Oh, except this is so difficult. Wow. Why in the world did I decide to do this? This is so difficult. Okay, I'm going to put this one next, which I don't have because this is, you can get this in an anthology, which is called Wags, Woofs, and Wonders. I believe I'll put the cover up here. It is also free to newsletter subscribers, and that is her short story, The Witch of Stone Gnome Mountain. This is the cover for, when you get it as a freebie, which is how I read it. This is like a short story. The anthology it's in is all fantastical short stories about dogs where all of them end happily and the dog doesn't die. They do specify that. So yeah, I really liked this. It's just a short story though, so I'm gonna put a little bit lower on the stack, and yeah, it made me cry though, so, you know, but it was really good. So just gonna put the post-it note there to signify that. You can't really see it, but whatever. Okay, so in that manner, this is really hard. Okay, so the next one I'm going to put down is Servant Mercenary Brother Volume 2. This one's a little bit longer. This one takes place after the second book in the Mercenary and the Mage duology. So this kind of, it follows a lot of the plot points in the two. Okay, okay. So yeah, the short stories in here do overlap with events that happened in the first 2 books of the Mercenary and the Mage duology, which is Prince of Shadow and Ash and Staff of Nightfall. It also does conclude stuff from at the end of Staff of Nightfall that we don't get in that novel. It does wrap up some things that more relate to Dresden than to the 2 main characters. So yeah, I still really enjoyed this one. Obviously, I'm just gonna keep repeating that because I enjoyed all of these. But yes, but because my favorite characters in this series are the 2 main characters, Regulus and Adelaide, so just for the fact that it's not focused solely on them, I'm going to put this one next on the list. But out of the 2 Servant, Mercenary, and Brother stories, I definitely like this one the best out of 2 5-star books. So, you know, that's still a really high praise, especially for me because I'm really picky about what 5-star books I have. So yeah, that's gonna be next. Then I think we're gonna follow up with this one, which is the Christmas short story in the Mercenary and Mage duology, which is the final book in the series, Bells of Winter. This again follows one of Regulus's, I think it follows his squire, Harold, so it's from his perspective. But yeah, it's like a Christmas short story. This is definitely, you have to read this at the end of the series because it gives all the spoilers away. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was cute. and very, very heartwarming. So yeah, I'm gonna put that one next. And now we're gonna get to the really, really tough ones. Okay, okay. So for the next one, I'm going to put A Stolen Heart, which is obviously her newest release. And yeah, I'm going to put that one next. I still really enjoyed this one. This romance was super cute. Lots of tension. But there were some things... No, actually, there weren't really some things. There wasn't really any... There was nothing wrong with this book. Absolutely nothing. I really liked the characters and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna put that one next. So I'm gonna put my post-it note here because I do not have a copy yet because paperback isn't released yet as I'm filming this video. But yeah, definitely Stolen Heart's gonna be next. Really enjoyed that one. Can't wait to have a physical copy. It's really amazing. You'll hear more about it in my July reading wrap up. So now we're down to the big leagues. Okay, the next one. Okay, this is gonna be difficult because I haven't read two of these in a while. But I don't know. Which of these should I put next? I think I'm gonna put this one next. But I also, this one I also just really like. Okay. I think I finally made my decision. My next one I'm going to do is Staff of Nightfall, which is the second book in the Mercenary and the Mage series. Duology, whichever it's actually called now. I actually don't know. When I first got this, it was the Duology, but I don't actually know what it's called now. It just might be the Mercenary and the Mage. Anyways, yeah, this one stressed me out. I think that is seriously the only reason it's slightly lower than the next book I'm going to be talking about. But yeah, it's just... Actually, all of her books have stressed me out. Why do I like her books so much? They stress me out. Actually, yeah, they stress me out. In one way or another, they always stress me out. But this one is like... This one, I remember, I had to set aside time in a day. I just literally had to sit down and read it because I was like near the middle-ish to the end, and I was just so stressed out and needed to know everything was gonna be fine. So yeah, this one's gonna be next for that alone. I really need to reread that series at some point, along with everything else in my life. But the next one is going to be the first book, Prince of Shadow and Ash is going to be the next one. I'm putting this one higher than Staff of Nightfall because this is the first book I read by her that made me fall in love with her writing and her characters, and Regulus is just such a tortured little being, and I love him. But yeah, so that is the only reason this one's slightly higher. This one's one up higher than Staff of Nightfall because this was the first book I read by her, so it's very special to me. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm very pleased with my stack so far. Okay, now we have the last three, which are going to be the most difficult ones. Okay. I think this one's going to take it. This one... Okay, my legs are falling asleep. Okay. This one is purely higher than the two Mercenary and the Mage books, purely because it is one of the only Beauty and the Beast retellings I actually like. So it gets extra points for that, and that's a Thieving Curse. First book in the Miraveld Chronicles. I love this. I went in skeptical because it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It was one of the very first, it might be the very first indie book I pre-ordered. So yeah, I went into this with just because I liked Mercenary and the Mage, and I was just like, I'm just going into this. It was her new release. I went into it being like, I don't know about this, but I'm gonna try it, and I loved it. So yes, and it's also Beauty and the Beast retelling. The Beast character isn't a jerk. We love that around here. So, it's going to be next. Okay, my last two. I don't know, because these are like my favorite of her books. I don't know which one I'm going to put first. This is hard. Because they both mean something to me, but... I think I'm going to go with this one next, purely because the The other one just means something more to me personally, but okay, the next one I'm going to do, these are the last two books, so we're going second to last. So, my second most favorite book would have to be The Crownless Prince. It's part of the Once Upon a Prince series, which is a multi-author series with no connections to each other, except that they're all fairy tales retold mainly from the prince character's perspective. I mean, some of them I think also have the princess's perspective. This one certainly did. But the prince is the main character. So, I love this book. Yeah, this is a gender-bent Maid Merlin retelling, and I loved it. Something about this, even though Marcus isn't a warrior type male hero, which is generally what I like, I also have found I'm starting to really like the male heroes who also just have an inner strength inside them, even if they don't fight or don't do a lot of fighting. I'm finding this out with certain characters certain guy characters, if they're more background characters, so to speak, or just non-warrior types like Marcus is. It's just, but they have an inner strength even then. So yeah, I really liked that. I really liked the way she wrote this. This was another one that really stressed me out with how everything was gonna end. Actually, Thieving Curse stressed me out. Fated Quest stressed me out. Stolen Heart stressed me out. Okay, they all stressed me out. Never mind. But yeah, this one, with the way I was fearing that things wouldn't go the way I wanted it with the relationship and stuff. Yeah, it stressed me out. But yeah, definitely love this one. Definitely love all of them. But I just keep saying that, so whatever. So, my very, very top Selina R. Gonzalez book, which, if you know her backlist or know of any of her series, you probably have already picked up which one it is. That is A Lonely Dance. This is the second book in the Miraveld Chronicles. I love this book. Just totally. I totally love it. This was the first of her books that I got an arc for. I actually got it as a physical arc when she was offering them at the time. I still have the book, but I forgot to get it out, so I'll just put a picture up here of what it looked like. I still have that one. This is the first arc I got of hers, and just the arc of trusting and forgiveness and just love that Tristan especially went on in this book really spoke to me, as a lot of those are things I struggle with myself. So just seeing his self-doubt turn into self-confidence and just knowing that he can be loved, that really touched me a lot. And this book has meant the world to me. I reread it this year actually, and I still love it. I still really enjoy it. Yeah, that is why it is my top Selina book, because it's just amazing, and I just totally enjoy it, and it really spoke to me. Tristan's journey especially just really spoke to me. It really helped me out in a time when I needed it most, and yeah, I will be forever grateful to it for that. And just also just the holding the book in my hand the first time, this one plus the art copy, and just knowing that yeah, this was going to be special, and I just really enjoyed it. Also, I was a little concerned at first with her, because one of the characters in here is kind of a villain in the first book, but the redemption arc was just so well done. And yeah, this was just very special to me, which is why it is the first one on this stack. So now, let me pick it up without dropping it. That could be a feat. Yeah, this is my final ranking of Selina R. Gonzalez's books and my love of them. So yeah, this is the final stack. Yes, I'm quite happy with how I arranged these. Like, obviously, these are all 5-star books. These books are really special to me. Her works are just really well done. I really love them. I really love the way she does romance and the fantasy aspects and just everything. This is definitely why she is one of my favorite authors, and I don't say that lightly, because I have a lot of authors where I like some of their books, but not everything. But yeah, she is definitely one where, you know, if she just, I don't know, published a book of her grocery list, I'd probably buy it. Just because, I don't know why you publish something like that, but whatever. It was the most absurd thing I could come up with. But yes, because I love her heart behind these. I just love her stories. The swooning romance that is clean, and I really enjoy her writing style. I just enjoy a lot about it. I don't know how to put it into words. How is it I can complain nonstop about books I hate and like have tons of words for it, but books I love, I'm just like, I just love it. Read them all. But yeah, yes. But I really love her books. I hope she keeps writing in forever, and then she just keeps coming up with these great, amazing books, whether they're fairy tale retellings, fantasy, whether she decides to branch off into another genre. I don't really care because I'm going to read them all. So yeah, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, please check out A Stolen Heart. It will be releasing July 31st. I'm not quite sure when this video is going out yet, but it will be going out this week. Yeah, so go check out A Stolen Heart. Also check out the rest of her books, especially the Miraveld Chronicles, if you want to read the first 3 before A Stolen Heart, because there are spoilers for A Fated Quest in A Stolen Heart. So make sure if you want to read the whole series, you read book 3 before you read this one. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this video, even though I stressed myself out, but you know, her books stress me out anyway, so I guess it's just par for the course. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.